you've done is interrupt me and put words in my mouth.
I couldn't possibly put words in your mouth. Your foot is taking up too much room.
For 10 years, she was one of the most trusted names in news. And the fact that she wasn't real didn't seem to matter.
Lady, what do you want from me? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I haven't had a cigarette in 205 days. It's a morning show. Lighten up.
We reunited with Murphy Brown herself, Candice Bergen, and the gang of FYI. Charles Kimbrough, Joe Regaluto, Faith Ford, Grant Shad, and series creator Diane English at the TV Land Awards.
I show the audience that at FYI, we are more than colleagues, we're buddies.
This idea stinks.
You know all that humble stuff I said before? Flush it. I'm back. Ha!
Candice, you see this character for the first time. You're reading this groundbreaking female lead. What did you think?
I was on an airplane and I had put off reading it for weeks, and finally my agent said, you know, you have to read it and give some sort. And I went, oh my God, this is like it was the most ideal, brilliant, just so informed and smart.
Miles, how do you pronounce this word?
She-ite.
That could have been real embarrassing.
I'm Murphy Brown. Welcome to my desk.
And can you imagine that Murphy actually ran through 93 secretaries?
If I see you light up, you're out of here. I'm putting this one out, see?
I know the network perhaps wanted the character to be younger.
Perhaps.
The network wanted Heather Locklear for the part, but series creator Diane English fought for Candice Bergen.
There was not a character like her in television comedy until she came along.
We all wonder, could you reveal to us who your characters were inspired by?
Mike Wallace in a dress is what Diane described. And that's what I always would concentrate on.
I know exactly who I was modeled after, Joel Schakowsky, Diane's husband and producing partner. She told me right from the top. Play him.
Everything kind of filled in around that three-dimensional character. The more we were able to play scenes with Murphy, the more dimensionality our characters took on.
While we're on the subject of mothers, I better warn you up front. I'm not going to be like other mothers.
The show's storyline collided with reality in 1992 when Dan Quayle singled out the character of Murphy Brown, who on the program had given birth out of wedlock, for violating family values.
Primetime TV has Murphy Brown mocking the importance of fathers by bearing a child alone and calling it just another lifestyle choice.
You so cleverly weaved it into the show. What was that like for you to be put in the spotlight?
It really put us in the spotlight for 6 months.
And people were waiting, they were expecting so much from our episode back from that speech.
Perhaps it's time for the Vice President to expand his definition and recognize that whether by choice or circumstance, families come in all shapes and sizes.
'Cause you make me
But a little controversy never got in the way of the behind-the-scenes antics. Would you believe that Bergen was in fact the class clown?
The cameras would stop rolling, and what was it like working together?
She never stopped pranking us. I would be sitting there getting, in the show, around the little table in front of the coffee, and I would feel water like trickling down my face. And I would look up, where is it coming from? And she would get the water in her mouth, and she would stand over me and just drizzle it out.
I have no memory.
Faith, I know that you said you hoped that Murphy would like your character, but in a way that mirrored real life.
Oh, are you kidding me? Like when I first was supposed to go meet Candace, I bought a silk suit. A rainstorm came into Burbank like none other. And I walked into the audition completely drenched. I was like, great, this is how I have to meet Candice Bergen. She's going to hate me now.
You looked beautiful, baby.
And she was so gracious and so gorgeous.
A quick thing with this, Candice, she used to always, Candice, you're going to have to hear it. She was always in her, no, forget about it. You can't tell me no anymore. You know? She would rehearse in sweats and stuff like that. And then we had this run-through on the first episode we ever did. And they would introduce the audience. We'd come out of our set elevator. And we're all coming out, we take a bow, and then all of a sudden Candice comes out, all made up, dolled up, and holy crap, that's Candice Bergen.
Can you imagine?
And it was... And for this cast that's remained friends all these years, The laughter will never be forgotten.